Let's ride.
And we have some breaking news right now. The U.S. military has just released video that was taken from a drone over the Black Sea. It shows the collision with a Russian fighter jet. The U.S. Air Force surveillance drone was flying in international airspace on Tuesday when Russian fighter jets rapidly approached and made 19 close passes before colliding with the drone's rear propeller. The incident marks the first time Russian and U.S. military aircraft have come into direct physical contact since Russia launched its invasion of Ukraine just over a year ago. The U.S. calling Russia's actions reckless, environmentally unsound, and unprofessional. The drone has not been recovered.
10 seconds later.
In a safe and professional manner.
Which was now clearly not the case in this incident, with those multiple reckless passes. A U.S. Air Force official said they do not think the pilot hit the drone on purpose, saying the Russian pilot was simply incompetent and flat out dumb. Despite the video evidence, Russia denies the fighter jet collided with the drone, but is now searching the area where it crashed. An official telling ABC News the Russians have recovered some pieces, but Joint Chiefs Chairman Milley says he is not worried.
It probably broke up. There's probably not a lot to recover, frankly.
The United States has released pictures of what it claims is the incident between a US drone and a Russian jet. In these pictures, you can see what is claimed to be the Russian Su-27 jet approaching the drone. The Russian jet then begins to release fuel as it passes. It then flies over the top of the drone. The Russian jet then repeats this pass, and the pictures have been released by the US Air Force. Well, Russia has denied the accusations from the US that its jets acted recklessly in this incident on Tuesday over the Black Sea. James Landale, our correspondent, is in Kiev. James, very interesting to see these pictures. What do they tell us?
Well, you've got to remember this is just an edited version of what apparently happened. The Americans say that this incident lasted for over half an hour. They've released just about 40 seconds of the footage that they've got. And essentially the Americans are doing this in part to support their version of events because it's been challenged by the Russians. The Russian says there was no contact between their aircraft and the US drone. What these pictures seem to suggest is that there was some kind of contact because you see a perfectly working propeller and then at the end of the footage you see a bent propeller. So as you say, the Americans admit that it has been edited but not the order.
Just there.
News and new footage has just been released that shows the moment a Russian fighter jet collided with an American drone. The US Air Force says 2 Russian aircraft conducted an unsafe and unprofessional intercept of the unmanned drone in international airspace over the Black Sea on Tuesday. The Russian jets are accused of dumping fuel on the drone and striking its propeller, causing damage so severe its remote pilot was forced to bring it down. We are joined here now by Air Vice Marshal Sean Bell. Sean, great to see you as always. I guess just first and foremost, run us through what we think happened and what the US said happened yesterday with this particular case.
Yeah, good morning, Wilf. It is worth setting the context to this because it's a pretty dramatic footage, isn't it? In response to the Russian invasion of Ukraine, NATO has been reinforcing the eastern flank of NATO, operating a lot of military aircraft fairly close to Ukrainian airspace and Russian airspace, all designed to deter further Russian aggression along the way. But those same aircraft can now provide eyes and ears over the whole of Ukraine and Crimea. And of course, with the Western support for Ukraine, as of drone, on an intelligence and surveillance mission, the Americans have admitted.
10 seconds later.
Accidentally hit the drone.
No.
I think they were trying to spray it with fuel.
And they hit it?
And they accidentally hit it, which would be par for the course for Russia's military in 2022 and 2023. Don't!
Is a distinction without a difference? I don't know. It is kind of clumsy, yes, but I suppose a direct hit is better than a spray with fuel, but that's Russian military.
I guess it is. Okay.
All right, still ahead on Morning Joe.
Built on legends, are a way of understanding things greater than ourselves, forces that shape our lives events that defy explanation. Individuals whose lives soar to the heavens or fall to the earth. This is how legends are born.